Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Stamping A to Z. I'm Linda Gibbs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So if you are looking for help and you need a demonstrator and you're in Canada, you can always give me a shout. I'm here to help. If you're watching, please say hi. Let me know you're watching, where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube, say hi. Let me know you're watching. I'd love to hear from you. So today, my cards are kind of Christmassy, but one of them's not. It could be made into a Christmassy card. So our last chance products got released yesterday. So if you are looking for discounted products, not all of them are discounted. It's everything that's retiring out of the what was it? Something to December, September to December mini catalog. Some of the online exclusives. There's some really good deals to be had. So I tried to pull out some of the better deals that are still available. It's while supplies last. So don't sit around and wait and think about it too long. If it's something that's been on your list and you see that it's on there, I believe if you go under shop and then specials, I think there's a section called last chance items or last chance products, and you can go in there, or if you're looking for something specific, you can always just type in what you're looking for. So I'm going to play with some of those products and I'm going to whip through the mini catalog quickly. I kind of quickly put down what's retiring and kind of some of the stuff that's discounted. Not huge. There's a couple of really good deals in the mini catalog. It's more, say you bought the stamp set and now you want the dies. The dies are 10% off, 15% off or whatever. So even though you're not buying the bundle together to get that discount, you can still get a discount, which is nice. But I will quickly whip through that and then we'll do our 3 cards because it'll take way too long if I go through the whole thing. But oh yeah, also they just released some, what's it called? Special released designer series paper. It's not a sale and I'm not sure, I think it's just kind of a revamp of colors. So they've taken 3 previous designer series paper products, so like that has flowers or whatever, and they changed up the colors in it, so they're completely different colors but the same designs, if that makes sense. I will flip the camera around and show you that and then we'll get started. All right, let's, as I show you my nose, okay, I've switched my camera around to hopefully have it less zoomed out that it has been. I had switched I don't know if it's the way I switched my holder or not, but I'm gonna see if this works better. Let me just pull up Facebook here so that I can see comments. It's always good to see if people are around. Okay, we are live. Okay, so last chance products. That was just a reminder to myself. These are the special release designer series papers. So Refreshed Beauty. This one was, I think it's the one in the mini catalog, and it was like deep purples. I don't know if I can find it quickly. And then there's the Serene Love. This one was black and white, which is funny because I just used the black and white the other day. I pulled it out. I think, no, it's not this one. I can't remember which one. Anyways, if you go on, it's weird that I didn't notice what was printing out, but I think if you're on the website, it actually shows you, hi Linda, what the colors were to what they are now. So these are the new colors that they just released that they're offering. So favorite colors. the pool parties and Lost Lagoons. Okay, so quickly, so all the ephemera stuff are discounted. So if you liked that stuff, it's a good time to get that. This one as well is discounted, and the Memories and More. Not huge, like $15.75 to $14 versus $13.75 to $11, but it still makes a difference adding them up if they're on your list. This beautiful suite is retiring. I was shocked. I didn't see the embossing folder listed, but these were on there. And so the stamp set, the Peaceful Season stamp set, so the labels, that one's on sale, and the Peaceful Evergreen dies. So not the Peaceful Season dies, but the tree ones, which are also beautiful. So if those are still on your list, this Reindeer Fun is all retiring. The dies are on sale. So is the stamp set, actually. The dies are awesome in this. If you've seen my cards, you know I love it. And then this paper as well, which is really pretty, is on sale. This suite is retiring as well. I believe I saw one of these is, I don't think it's out of stock because it looks like it's still coming back, but I think it's unavailable right now. This one does not seem like it's retiring. That one's staying. This one is retiring again. So the ribbon, the really cute pom-pom ribbon, that's on sale. And the Snowy Wonder dies are on sale. The Regal Winter Suite is retiring. The ribbon and the paper and the dies are all discounted. This one as well, a lot of it is discounted. The leaves, the ribbon, and both the stamp set and the dies are on sale. This one I did not see, so I don't think it's retiring. This one is retiring. The dies are on sale. That's a fun one. And then this one also retiring, on sale. The trees are retiring, and the dies, well, I'm not sure. I didn't see the stamp set, but I think the dies are retiring and they are discounted. They are back ordered right now, but I believe they're coming back because there's a date that says like December 9th or something. So soon. Same with the Christmas Friends. They're both discounted, as well as the Hang and Ornament, which is a really pretty set. This One of a Kind, again, it's not, I think it's supposed to come back December 9th. It's not gone, but the dies are on sale. There's only 2 dies in this set, but it's still discounted. This one's not retiring. This one is retiring. These, I don't know if both of them are low. No, this one, I think, the Punch, I think, is not available right now, but it'll be back. The Amaryllis are also retiring. This one is not, which is awesome because I love that one. The really nice Icicles and Snowflakes, which you've seen me use, those are discounted. The stamp sets are all retiring. Not all, but these two are. These two are, which the Yuletide one is, but I didn't see the Shepherd's Care on there, so I'm not sure what's happening with that one. The leaves, the people, those are all retiring. These cute Australian, or not, they're not all Australian, I guess. Anyways, cute animals, and this one is discounted, so if that's on your list. And then I don't think this one's retiring. I really like this one. This one's on my list. I was hoping it would go on sale, but it's not, because it's staying around, which is good. So that's all for that one. The biggest discounts are on the online exclusives. I was gonna use this, and then I did 3 other cards, so I thought I'd show you. The Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. These are $4.35 instead of $14.50. These are the most beautiful masks. I've used them lots. They're the ones that have the layered flower, the sunflowers. So it's got like the centers, and then it has the snowflake, which I wanted to show you because I had used the snowflake in this one. So this is just snowflake and ephemera and a couple of extra leaves. So the ephemera is on sale. So if you wanted, you know, very cost-effective, quick cards, this is to me a wow card, but it was super simple and easy to put together. So yeah, $4 for all, like you have a fall, you have a leaf stencil, you have the background stencil, you've got the snowflakes, and then you've got this whole sunflower. I feel like I'm missing a sunflower and a leaf. They're somewhere. But I'm pretty sure I'm missing a couple. Anyways, 7. Do I have 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, they're not missing. Okay. I always make sure, even like I put my dies on magnetic sheets, but I always keep the sheet that says the quantity, because that way I can go back and look and find out how many there are, so I know if I'm missing something. So yeah, this one's a really good deal if you don't have it. There's a ton of good deals. What's it called? It is called the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. I think it's in the online exclusives is where it was and can be found. Okay, our first card is very simple, but really cute. So the Trucking Along Punch, I don't think the stamps are available anymore. I couldn't find, the English stamps are not available. The French version is available. So if you had your heart set on like the way it stamps, you can still get the French set. I'm not sure. I didn't do enough digging to see if the English one is still around and just not available right now or where it's at. But it's not on sale. It's the Trucking Along Punch that is on sale. So it's $19.80 instead of $33. So it's a really good deal. And I will show you how you can use it without needing the stamps, because that's always a good thing. And I'm gonna punch the whole thing out here. So I need 2 of these, and I don't need these in red. So you can you could use a smaller piece if you just wanted to punch certain pieces, but it's at the bottom. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you have, where's my scissors? So say you had a piece like this, you could just have a strip. And then you can come in and punch your pieces that you need. So those 2, and that's all I need from that piece. Then I'm going to take black and I'm going to punch out my tires in black. Oops. Instead of red. Oh, I think I gypped my circle, so it's not quite round. I'll put that at the top part. And then this is a window, so I'm going to use white. You could use Pool Party or whatever you want. Oh, and then I wanted to do the center of my tires so they look more like tires. And I searched everywhere. I kept finding these. I think basically these are 1/2-inch circles. So I ended up pulling out my old owl punch and realized they kind of have the 1/2-inch, but they also have that perfect, it's probably 1/4 of an inch, I would think. And I think these will be pretty much perfect for my tires. I could do them in gray, but we're going with a white and red theme here. So that's what we've got for that. Then, since I don't have the stamps. I'm just going to put this away so I don't get confused. Without the white and red stamp, you still want to have some texture to your truck. You don't want just a flat, all red truck. Well, maybe you do. But if you want to bling it up or texturize it, what you can do is you can take your red on red, so whatever color truck you're doing, and then I'm going to take my blending brush. You could do this with markers. You could do it with the blends markers or regular markers, especially if, like, I don't know, I find it hard to control, especially on a small thing like this, to control kind of where I'm putting it. And these brushes are still fairly large. I'm hoping Stampin' Up! Will come out with smaller ones. I've seen smaller ones from other companies. I don't know if they're any easier to use on a small thing like this, but you know, just adding a bit of darkness so that it kind of breaks up between, it's not, just gives it a bit of dimension. Like that. And then you can give the truck some dimension as well. You know, the hood would have a bit of a, but if you really wanted control, I would use your blends markers. I'm not very good. I would love to take a class on shading and shadows. So I always struggle with where should the shadow be? And it's funny, I took art class way back. I think it was grade 9 because I had to. We were moving back, and so I registered late. And so my choices for options were slim pickings, and I ended up taking art, and I really enjoyed it, but I think I felt a little lost because I remember doing a shading thing and I did not do well. But I hadn't taken any art through grade 7 and 8 or ever really. So I was a little lost. So now my truck has a bit of shading to it. I'm just going to take a wipe. Get all this red off of here. Red is a messy color to play with, especially when you're going to use other cards. All right, especially on a video, of course, I have to choose red. All right, so we've got our chuck. Then we just want to glue down our pieces. So I'm going to start with my tires first. I'm going to make sure I'm going to put this flat part that I cut off on the top so we don't see it. Get covered by the truck's wheel well. This I could use, actually would be perfect, would be a mini glue dot. But this will do. Okay, and then I think I'm going to pop these up just because it'll be hard to glue them down with the thickness of the extra papers there. So I'm going to take just, I think a mini will fit in the fattest part. Whoops, that's not where I wanted it. I guess I could put one on either side. it. And then just line it up with the truck. Do the other one. I've always loved this truck. It's so cute. I was actually looking for the trucks. I think it was last year. They were really popular for Christmas decorations, and I was tempted to buy one for decor, and they were all too big. Like, I never found the right one. And I wanted one this year, a small one for a specific place, and I haven't really shopped very hard for it. I hate shopping. But I have not found one. But like I said, oh, I got some red on there. And I can't turn it around because, let me just cut a new piece because I don't like that it has all that red. It's probably from my fingers, if anything. Okay, so that goes that way. And then we'll have our little window. Okay, so you can see, like, it doesn't look like a plain, oh, I got it. Oh my goodness. I can't escape that red. Anyways, got a little bit of red on our window. I could color it out with maybe some pool party blends, but that's okay. We'll stick with that. All right, so we've got our truck that's not so flat because of just being punch art. Then we've got a piece of white. Now I'm afraid to put it down. I think it's more my hands that are making the mess than anything. So I've got the, the stamp set has like a little ground area. You can always draw that if you don't have the stamp set. I'm going to cheat. Or you just don't need to have it there at all. Let's see. And then what I would suggest is to find a sentiment that's kind of rectangular, like that has a flat kind of top and bottom to it. They're straight, and then it goes with your road, or even if you just have the truck, then it kind of lines up. But you could put any sentiment. And then I'm gonna put so this one you can put also, like, you can put beach stuff, presents, plants, or a Christmas tree in the back. I'm going to do the Christmas tree, but it would be very easy to take any presents from any other stamp set, cut them out, and put them in the back. You could do the same thing with a tree. Punch a regular smaller tree, cut it at an angle, and then just plunk it in there. I guess I already have it. When you're ready. So I'm going to figure out where my truck is going to be. Then I'm going to ink up my tree and kind of try and put it about where it'll go. And then for, I just need a piece of paper to stamp off on, which got pushed way out of the way. Okay, you could probably do the tree full strength, but I stamped off and then line him up. And then we've got a nice tree. And then you could pop up your truck, or you can, oops, it's falling out the back. I'd have to push him. I guess that's okay too. I'm gonna put this one flat since I popped up the wheel wells, but you could pop up the truck if you wanted. Options galore, they never end. And the nice thing with using glue is then I can adjust kind of where my truck is. Okay, so super simple, very effective without using the stamp set. Now I did use the stamp set, but you could use any stamp set. I was just didn't have the time to search my stash. And then I'm just going to put it on white. Now you could pop it up. The easiest way when you're just doing a simple, I just put 4. I don't go all the way around. I don't care if it doesn't have to be like all popped up. I just want that little bit of shadow that you get when it's popped up for the white on white. So I'm not gonna fuss about making sure it's all popped up. There. And then you get that shadow with the white, and you have the shadowing on the truck. So you could, I probably could have just tried to glue, you know what, I could have used mini glue dots so they aren't popped up so much, because I feel like maybe they're popped up a little too much. But still, it's cute, it's simple. A great, quick and easy holiday card. So again, the punch is $19.80, I think is what I said. Yeah, $19.80 instead of $33. So almost half price. Not quite. All right, next up, let me just move all this. Otherwise, we all know I end up not being able to find anything. We'll pull this one out next. I have changed up the colors a little bit from my sample, and I didn't test it, so we will see. Hopefully it turns out just as well. I just found I changed my color ideas. I was trying to make it a little more, I ended up doing well, I'm not going to give it away. I will show you as I tell you. Okay, so the next things that are on sale out of the online exclusives are the Latte Love. Both the stamps and the dies are on sale separately, of course. That's kind of the bundles. For some reason, they don't. I don't know if they can't or how that all probably messes up with the 10% off. So the stamp set, this stamp set is $11.28 instead of $28, and the dies are $30.80 instead of $44. So really good deals. This is an awesome die set. It's a standalone set. You do not need, I mean, these cut out the cup and the fancy stuff, but like you can make a little, the coffee press, and it has spoon and another coffee maker and little cups that are standalone. So it's a really awesome die set. Where do you find the clearance stuff? So you go into shop, if I'm thinking right, and then you go specials, and then there's a thing called last chance products, and go in there and you will see everything that is discounted. The other thing that is retiring and is heavily discounted are these beautiful, what are they called? Everyday Details dies. I've used them a bunch. They are $32.79 instead of $47. And then this one I had said is retiring as well, but it is not discounted. But I am using these items to make my card. So first up, I'm going to take a piece of paper. So I cut out a template using the Everyday Details. It makes, so it cuts the inside, so you have an inside piece that has the dots, and then it cuts the outside piece. So I have like a frame, which I really like using it as that. And then what I'm gonna do, which I don't have my usual light on, I'm just gonna try and line it up using the light from the window. So pardon my, and then I'm gonna tape it down so it doesn't move on me. Okay, and then so this is, I'm gonna have a white frame with a brown inside. Words. Okay, so I'm using pecan pie. And I'm going to use my bigger brush. And I don't want it super dark, so I'm going to really kind of smoosh it around. And it's funny because I don't know why, for some reason with this brown, I get these funky, and I don't know if it's because I'm coming off of the template or the edge. I don't know if it's the brown, but it does smooth out. You'll see, I'll show you, I'll try to remember to show you, and I forgot to put bling on my last card. That is, maybe that should be one of my New Year's resolutions. I need to like finish my cards, add the bling, add the inside. I'm not good at doing that. Okay, so then you'll get like the dots and you'll get this frame, and you see it kind of looks, I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of looks like there's swooshy swirls. I'll show you the finished one when I'm done, and it doesn't have the swooshy swirls. So I think it just kind of evens out over time. And then we get to do the ta-da moment, which is my favorite part. Ta-da! Isn't that pretty? I love how that looks with the dots. So, you know, you can use your dies in many ways. You don't have to use them just as a die to put on top. You can use them all sorts of fun ways. Okay, so I've got that. Then what I did was I cut out, this is the inside piece, so it has the dots. I'm not going to worry too much about the dots because I just want to stamp on the outside. Oops. And it doesn't stick as well on wet ink. So you might want to do that part first, but the fact that it doesn't stick well also means that it doesn't tear when it comes up, which is nice too. So just depends on your preference. I'm going to wipe this so I don't make a mess. Of course, now I probably have red on my fingers. And then I'm going to use this little like coffee spill, I guess. And I'm going full strength on my spill. Okay, then there's this cute little splatter, and I tried using crumb cake thinking it was just going to be a lighter brown, but it really doesn't go. So I ended up just stamping off and it doesn't, because the paper is raised a bit, you don't end up getting much. I don't think I had much going through the holes when I did it. So that just gives me my coffee background. There is I think it's still available. It's probably on sale too. I forgot to write it down. Did I write it down? I didn't write it down. I'm not sure if the design, there is a designer series paper. This was a whole suite. So there's a designer series paper and it has a similar look to that background. So if you don't want to have to stamp it, you can always use that paper. And then you could do this inside template. So I did get a little bit of stamping there, but that's okay. I don't mind. So now it just looks more complete, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so then I'm going to, that's my background. Oh, I hope did I cut it down? I did. Okay, so that's the right size. Then I want to stamp my cup and some, I'm making hot cocoa. So this is a bit dark for hot cocoa. So I'm going to try and keep it a bit lighter. My cup I originally did in Lost Lagoon, but I'm going to switch it up. So my card base is red. This is my background because I'm going Christmassy. Do I want a blue Coastal Cabana cup or a Shy Shamrock? I think, I don't know, I like them. I think I like, what do you think? Yes, it is masking paper. Sorry, I keep forgetting to look at the comments. All right. Oh, I can't decide. Maybe I'll stamp one of each. I can't decide. I'll just do both. Okay, so this one is Shy Shamrock. And then we'll wipe that off. And then we'll do one Coastal Cabana, Linda. Okay, I was leaning towards Coastal Cabana also. The problem with, actually they're very close, aren't they? They're gonna dry lighter. Problem with Coastal Cabana is we don't have blends. And I was gonna color it in with blends. I do have really old, like the old style blends. I do like that little bit of bluier color. So, I don't know how well these match. So these are the old blendabilities and they're labeled as Coastal Cabana. I don't know where the light one is. It says medium and dark. And I think they came in 3s. What do you think? Let's see. It almost seems too blue. This is weird. Let's see. Maybe I'll have to color both of them. And you'll see why I have to color it. Now, like I can't leave it because there's another step to this to make my mug that much more of a mug. This inside part I don't have to worry about too much, just the outside, because it's going to get covered by that little piece that looks like the liquid inside the cup. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that. Good thing these aren't dried out. They had discontinued these because they were drying out all the time. And people were having troubles with them. So they're always about quality and they want things to work well. So they took them out and then they developed the blends that supposedly last longer. But look how, maybe that was part of it's the color too, because to me the color matching isn't as good as the blends. What do you think? To me that doesn't look blended. Let's just come back over. Try and blend it a little bit more. That's a bit better. Okay. Okay, then maybe I'll do it before I cut it. I cut it and then I did it last time, but I'm gonna take the easy way. So I wanted to make this look like a mug. So I wanted it to be shiny. So I cut it and then I put the Versamark on and then I put clear embossing powder. But this, I'm just gonna, it'll stick to more spots, but actually I could just, so we'll waste a bit more powder, but it'll be easier to heat emboss without burning my fingers. I had to rotate it and try and not squish the... And then hopefully when I cut it, it won't... I don't know if I've ever tried die cutting. It should be fine. This is actually just slightly lighter and a little more maybe green than the Lost Lagoon. I'll show you my finished one. Ooh, that makes it pretty. That really brings out the color. Make sure I melt it all around. I don't want powder all over it. And of course my powder has some white speckles in it. It's got some black. I don't know. It's not very clear anymore, is it? I should have it in sealed containers. Looks like a speckled mug. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that. And then, so I took out my mini, and then I need to stamp this, where's the pecan? Where'd you? Maybe what I'll do, actually maybe that's what I'll do. No, I want it very cocoa-y, so let's stick with the pecan. I had added some espresso stamped off, and then I tried to color it, but it was too dark, so I want to keep it light. So I'm gonna use my light pecan. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. And then you're gonna see, once I cut it, it has that white edge around it, so then you need to color it. Why am I blind? got this. Oh, it's right here. I'm staring right at it. I'm like, I don't see it. Hi, Marcy. Okay, then I don't know how long you've been around watching Marcy, but there's some really good discounted products right now, mostly online exclusive stuff, but all the mini catalog, what's retiring has been posted, and there is some discounted stuff. It's not, I find it's not as huge as the online exclusive stuff. Okay. And hopefully it doesn't move. I should take, I knew that would happen. Okay, let's see if it'll, there. I'll just take that out of the picture. And then we'll do that part separately. I should have taped it down. It's so much easier. Okay, so that's our mug. So it cut just fine, even with the clear embossing powder. So if you're ever wondering if you can die cut after embossing powder, it's just fine. I don't think it, we'll take a closer look, but I don't think it took anything off. The only problem is die cutting after the fact, you can't color in the white part. So the mug has a white, which is fine. And this part isn't, has no embossing powder. It's just so I can color that part in, which is the important part. So I'm just going to come in with my blend here and take away the white so that it's more realistically a beverage inside. And I'm just going to use glue since I don't know how well. I'm sure Stampin' Sale probably sticks just fine to the, but it's hard to put on smaller pieces. I find the glue is easier to manipulate. Lunch is like, even me at home, I find lunch is like the hardest thing to get to. I'm lucky if which is why I always like to eat dinner so early. My kids think I'm crazy wanting dinner early, and I'm just like, I'm starving. I don't eat lunch. So then I need to eat. Okay. So then I have it's a hot cocoa day because I wanted to make it, I don't know, I felt like it needed a hot cocoa, not a coffee. But if you want to make it a latte, you could use hello there, let's catch up, thanks so much. You're the best part of my day. But before I want this, it's a hot cocoa day. And I did that with early espresso, so it just stands out. And then there's a cute little steam, but I did, so here's my original. This is the one with the Lost Lagoon. What do you think? Is it better with the Coastal Cabana or better with the Lost Lagoon? Now I'm questioning it. I think maybe the Lost Lagoon was okay. They're both okay. They're both. But then I have this little steam, and I didn't stamp it before I put the cup down. And so it kind of had a space there. And it doesn't come out of because I can't stamp on, maybe no steam. It just feels like it needs something. Not coffee beans. I need some marshmallows to put on there. I'm not sure. Or maybe 2 cups. Maybe 2 cups would be I should have cut out my other one. Do you guys, oh, I should have done the, you guys have seen, you guys know how to do the reverse stamping to get, and die cutting to get the flip side of the cup. What time is it? Oh, I'll run out of time if I, the next one's even longer. Anyways, one cup it'll be. Here's my cup. I'll decide if I want to put a second cup on this one. And then you could add some, actually, I'm sure if you add some bling, like this is Lost Lagoon. You could use Lost Lagoon, or we have the, where'd they go? There's, I think they're still available. They are the adhesive back swirl dots. This goes with that suite, the latte suite. So you could use some of these maybe. Here. That kind of fills it up. Steam. You think steam? Okay. I will add some steam. Here's the steam. I added it. Magic of television. Okay, next card is, so I have combined a couple of things that are really good deals right now. And they worked out. I actually was inspired by a non-Stampin' Up! Card maker. So this, this die set is obviously trending, which is funny that Stampin' Up's retiring it because it's new for, I feel like it was a new release. I can't remember what company it was. Anyways, doesn't matter. We have it and it's on sale. I mean, it's different. They're different. They're just similar. Well, here, I will show you as soon as I pull this out. Okay, I'm learning, and I apologize if it takes longer to switch between cards, but I have learned that if I don't move the old stuff before to pull out the new stuff, I can't function. Everything is falling all over the place, and anyways, I can never find anything. So, all right, let's take a look at what the deal is. So the Zinnia, what are they called? Zinnia, Simply Zinnia. This was a suite as well. It had the designer series paper, which is not discounted. The embossing folder is $10.50 instead of $15. The stamp set is $17 instead of $34. And the die set is $27 instead of $45. So huge discounts. And this is one of my favorite sets. I've used this so many times for birthday cards, for thank you cards. I don't know. This set I just really loved playing with, and I love this embossing folder. The other thing they're retiring. They're not discounted, but the deckled rectangles and deckled circles are both retiring. And I did notice the circles are on low inventory, and I don't know if that means because it's only while supplies last. So unless they have another order of them already coming in, they might be gone. So if the deckled circles are on your list, I think these have been around longer, so maybe they won't go as fast, but neither of the deckled ones are on sale as far as I remember. These ones, and then, so this is the set, not the set, but it was a soda kind of theme that I had seen someone else do. And this was from, I think this was released last spring, I want to say. Maybe even last winter. I can't remember. It's an online exclusive. So I don't believe the stamp set is even around anymore. But you can easily use the die set to complete your soda pop. And it has all the fruits that cut out that you don't need to stamp to make them their fruits. And again, if you do some, you haven't even used it yet, well, now's the time to pull it out and use it. If you do some shading, you don't need the stamp, right? And these are stems, I'm guessing for this, for the strawberries maybe, and the lemon. I hadn't noticed this until, because I was actually looking, I'm like, okay, what can I do with the dies? What am I doing here? So I ended up I've used the can stamp and the sentiment, but you can you'll see the lines that you end up seeing that I've used on here is next to nothing. And then you could use any sentiment with that. And then I combined it with the Simply Zinnia, and then my background was a deckled rectangle. So let's get started on that. So I've got a bunch of pieces and parts cut out. I've got some blending to do. So I cut all my zinnia flowers in white because I'm just gonna, you could, I guess you could use blends or markers or watercolors. Eee, I cut my nails. They were driving me nuts. And now I can't pick anything up. Okay. So, I should have colored it first. Oh well. Pop that out. We've got our stem and a leaf and a flower center. And then we've got our, I'm missing my tab. Where did my tab go? Maybe it's still in the, is it still in here? I think it is. I used the galvanized silver, or I think it's just called galvanized cardstock. It was from a long time ago, but this is why I have a stash of, but you could use silver. I just thought this looked more like a can. Here's my first one that I made with this. I think I used the glimmer paper, and then I realized you can actually stamp and emboss on glimmer paper. And this one has the stamped strawberry, but I think it actually looked better with just the die cut strawberry. And then some bubbles. That was just another sample. Oh, and then I had done this in a Flirty Flamingo, but I also did it in blues, and I just like the embossing folder and then using the brayer on it. It is so, so pretty. Love it. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, before I do my flower, so I cut out the can, and in order to stamp it, I'm using my grip mat here, and I'm going to put so this is how I line up my stamp after the fact. Where is my stamp? Ooh, I put things all on both sides and it's not liking it. Okay, so it does, because photopolymer on photopolymer is super, super sticky. So I'm just gonna put this here, and then I'm gonna try and line this up. Whoops. And it'll probably pick up the paper, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna take the paper, put it back down. This is Calypso Coral, in case you're wondering. And then I've got, so I'll stamp it with the Calypso Coral. And then you've got your, what did I do? Oh, I'll stamp the other piece first. While I've got it in here, let me remember to, I had to cut out my can several times because I had left the stamp. Oops. I left this stamp dirty on the plate and I turned it and it hit the paper. And well, you know, dirty stamp paper equals not so nice looking partially stamped piece. Okay, so then I'm just gonna, I'm putting best ever. I'm not embossing it or anything. I'm just gonna stamp it straight. And so see, the way I know it's gonna still be lined up is that I'm gonna put it inside of my template and then I know it's still lined up. Then I've got Night of Navy. And oops, the B is a little, let me just, this is the nice part of using either the Stamparatus or Misty or whatever. Why is that not, it looks like there's something on there. I've got some glitter or something. That's okay. Anyways, it's good enough. But I am going to clean my stamps so I don't make the same mistake. Okay, so then I'm going to, so you can, this is a good way also to do mass production. You could cut out a whole bunch of these and just keep sticking them in here, stamp, 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 and get a whole bunch done all at once, which is nice. So these pieces end up covering. So you can see you're not gonna see much of anything once you've covered it. So you could draw these lines if you don't have the stamp set. Now, I want to cut out this whole part. If you don't have the stamp to see where that hole is, just take a pencil and draw it in, and then you know where to cut the hole. And you want to cut it a bit bigger if you don't have the stamped lines so that you don't see the Calypso Coral. So I'm just gonna take my scissors. It's actually, you know, a trick that I learned, rather than trying to poke my finger or make a mess of my paper. If you take a hole punch and make sure it fits within whatever you're doing, then you've already got it started. So that's a good way to start it without having to worry about cutting yourself or making a mess. Like if it punches through all of a sudden and it makes a big mess, starting with a punched hole always makes it easier. So now I've got my hole there. I'm gonna glue the can part on. At first, I was very resistant to all these dies that had like lots of pieces and parts to them. But with time, I have come to appreciate them. And it's just a different way of crafting. Like you can have all paper, like it's more paper piecing versus stamping. So it just depends what you like to do. Oops, I gotta put my little tab on. This is the one piece well, you could use a adhesive sheet but I kind of wish it was part of the die. And the other thing that would have been nice, so this piece cuts out, it cuts the top and the bottom out together, because I had the brilliant idea. I was like, oh, well, why don't I just cut the hole out using the die? But if I cut the hole out at the top here, this bottom piece ends up cutting out of your can, so it doesn't work. So yeah, it's nice that they combined it and easier to run through, but then it also isn't as nice, because I mean, this uses up less paper. So if you're using like the silver foil or like the specialty paper, it's great for saving paper, but then it makes it harder to cut that hole. But that's just because I'm getting fancy. So just don't get fancy, and then it's not a problem. Okay, so I have my tab, I have my can. Now I'm going to work on my flower. So I've got let's start with our little flowers here. And then I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo as my lighter color, and then we'll use the Calypso Coral as the darker. And I'm going to start in the middle, because I'm going to end up putting the darker color in the middle, so I can control better kind of how much color goes to the tips. So I'm just pulling the color out so it's lighter on the ends. So you can see how it got really dark there. So it's nice that I started in the middle, and then I don't have that. The Calypso Coral is going to be darker anyways, so it doesn't matter. It's been snowing here. All the snow melted. It was so warm the last couple of days. And then it's still warm, but it's been snowing today. So I just hear the shovel. It's one of those days where every time you go in and out of the house, you need to shovel. I like shoveling, so as long as it's not like the heavy wet and it's accumulated for feet and feet, I don't mind. Maybe sometimes when it gets to be like the 5th or 6th time in a day, like if I'm going in and out lots, it gets annoying, but I'm glad it is snowing again, because I was like, oh, now we're not gonna have a white Christmas. I think it was 6 degrees yesterday. Too warm to keep the snow. Okay, and then we're going to switch to Calypso Coral. Ooh, that's a little bit dark. Luckily that part's not going to show. Okay, maybe we won't even take new stuff. Let's go on this darker one. I just want a hint of Calypso. Then we'll do our stems. I should have pre-done some of this for this piece. I'm just gonna cheat. And this is the light peach pie. I just felt like, I guess I could have done it with the Flirty Flamingo, but like Calypso Coral was too dark. And then we are going to use Old Olive for the stem. and the leaf here. Oof, it's a little darker than. It does, I always forget though, as it dries, it does lighten. Okay, there. All right, I think we've got, and this one I'm leaving white, I think. Okay, so then I have to put my flower together. So to put this piece and this piece together, all I did was kind of, I took a piece of dimensional and went across. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I did do it right. And then just put this on top, kind of line up how I want it. Whoops. And then push that down. So then I've got that pre-done. And that looks like it would go well there. And I think, should I put a dimensional? Probably. Do another. Dimensional there. And there. And then I'll probably put it flat there. So just some more glue. Okay, then I've got my flower. And then what I want to do is I'm going to put my stem in here, like so. And then the easiest to me is to just tape down the stem where I end up wanting it. So if I take my 6 degrees doesn't sound warm. Well, it's warm after having -20. So it's all in perspective. So it's all in one's perspective, I guess. Okay, so then I know I'm gonna put my stem kind of like that, and I want it to, so right about there. Ah, and it moved, so then I'm gonna tape it like so, and then get our, I don't know, I think the flower, I think I'll put it flat. Like that. And then I'm going to pop up the leaf. Because the flower has lots of dimension already. Let's just not stick that down yet. And we will bomb. 6 degrees is bomb. 6 degrees just means everything's gonna melt, which is not good when you want a white Christmas. And then before the glue sets, you can kind of stick that there, like so. And then you've got your flour and your soda can. And then I took a blue, yes, it's all relative. And then just glue that down. So we've got the Simply Zinnias, or is that what it's called? Yeah, no. Simply Sparkling Dyes. And where's the Zinnia one? Is it Simply Zinnia? Yeah, it is Simply Zinnia. It's like, I'm sure it's Simply Zinnia. There. And we have this cute soda can. And you can add some bling. I was thinking, I pulled out, I'd forgotten to put on my original card. This is from the Opal Rounds assortment. It's from the citrus, like the Mediterranean suite that's in the annual catalog. It has the nice blue on it. So I thought maybe that would look nice. Let's see. Let's try it out. Oops. Nope, not there. It doesn't want to be by itself, I think. There or up here? Or do I need more? No, I think over here. I think here is good. Okay. And there we go. So those are just a few of the items. There's the Garden Meadow dies are really the fluffiest friends. Like I wanted to do so many cards for you because there's just so many. The Robot Buddies kit. If you have little boys in your life or someone who likes to make kits, it doesn't have to be for boys, just anyone into robots, I guess. What else? There's the Textured Timber. Oh, the Magnolia Mood dies. If those are on your list, those are super, like $28 for the dies instead of $47, and $18 for the stamps instead of $37. So yeah, lots and lots of deals to be had. It's while supplies last, so don't wait too long. Go on and check it out. And here are my 3 cards for this week. And voila! So hopefully you enjoyed the cards. Hopefully it has inspired you to craft in any sort of way. And if there's anything on your list from the retiring items, I suggest you go and get them ASAP before they are gone to avoid disappointment. All right. Hopefully you guys have a great rest. You haven't used the Magnolia yet either. I'll send you a picture. There was an artisan that did the most, I mean, it is over the top. It has all the layers of the Magnolias like over and over again. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I was thinking I wanted to try it. But yeah, it's an over the top card. It's not like a simple, but it's a really pretty set as well. So if you have flowers on your list, go check out all the flowers that are on sale. And I will be here next week. I'm hoping, I'm putting my order in this afternoon for the new pre-order stuff. So I'm hoping I'll have some new sneak peek items to share with you next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. All right, have a great rest of your week and we'll see you next week. Bye.